All right, so let's get started in seated today. So just a nice easy pose. So hands resting on your knees and spine nice and tall, closing your eyes. And then starting to take note of your breath going in and out through your nose. So we'll take some time to quiet our mind from anything that this morning might have presented so far. Maybe taking a moment to scan through your body and see where you feel any areas of tightness or sensations. And then starting to just even that breath so it's nice and even on the inhales and exhalations. And now as you inhale and exhale through your nose, let's take the awareness to the center of your chest, feeling the rise and fall with every breath. And now moving our awareness down into the belly. So as you inhale, noticing how the belly expands out. And then as you exhale, how it falls back in. And keeping your eyes closed, let's begin some slow and gentle movements. So leaning your torso forward, we're just going to start making some big circles to the right with your torso. Keeping those hands on your knees and just rotating in a clockwise motion. Just waking up our spines for some bigger movements to come. Remembering to match that breath with movement. So maybe you inhale when you come forward and you exhale when you're going back. And then once you get to the center, let's go ahead and reverse that movement to the left. So going clockwise now. Big exaggerated circles with your body. And then once we get to center, let's go ahead and bring our spine up to that nice tall seated position. You can slowly blink your eyes open. And then we're going to take our right hand down to the right side and inhale our left arm up to the sky. And then once you get here, pause, inhale once more, and then find some length, and then exhale to the right. Let's inhale to slowly bring that back up. Exhaling your left hand down. Now inhaling the right arm up to the sky. Pausing. Inhaling and finding more length, reaching up to the sky, and exhaling to the left. Taking one more inhale here. And exhale to release that right hand down. This time, taking your right hand to your left knee, left fingertips behind your back. Inhaling that nice tall spine. And then exhaling to twist open to the left. Inhale a little bit more, opening that chest open, and then exhaling to come forward. Now we'll do our left hand on our right knee, right fingertips behind your body. Inhale for that nice tall spine, and exhale to open to the right, rolling that shoulder back. Inhaling a little bit more to open that chest up. And exhale, facing forward. From here, let's go into some cat and cows, just in a seated position. So inhale, looking up, and then exhale. Let's round that spine, taking it back. Inhale, curving your spine, looking up. And exhale. So on your own time, just find your rhythm. Maybe closing your eyes. Inhale one more time. Exhale the full exhalation. And then coming back to a seated position. From here, let's come to sit on our knees. And your feet can be flat on the floor instead of having your toes tucked. So just find a nice comfortable seat and a nice tall spine. And then we're going to run through some breath of fires. So we'll do 3 rounds of about 36 counts. So in order to do this, you're going to take an inhale, and then you're going to put the emphasis on the exhale. So making a nice, strong, powerful exhale. So the inhales will happen naturally. The exhales will be punching and popping that stomach. So we'll begin. Take one inhale here. Exhale through your mouth. And now beginning the breath of fire, take an inhale. And just start exhaling powerfully. Take an inhale here and exhale to release. Now just slowly come back to your breath for a few cycles. We'll go through that 2 more times. It's a nice cleansing breath that will get that blood circulating and will wake you up. So let's begin round 2, taking a deep inhale here. Deep inhale here and exhale to release. Taking a few breaths in and out on a normal cycle. Just preparing for the 3rd and final round of Breath of Fire. Last cycle, taking a deep inhale here and just letting it go. Deep inhale here and exhale, release. Let's just pause here, taking a few breaths in, inhale and out through your nose. Just regulating that breath. And if your eyes are closed, slowly blink them open. And then we're going to come to hands and knees, so tabletop position. So wiggle those hips out to the right and the left. Just releasing any tension from that pose we were just in. And then coming back to tabletop, let's tuck our toes under and then come up to our first downward dog of the class. So fingertips spread wide, pushing out of those hands so that we're not sagging in our shoulders. And either bringing those feet as close as you can toward the ground, or even feeling free to bend those knees if you feel a lot of tightness in your hamstrings. Just taking some time to feel this pose, feel anything, any sensation. Feeling free to move around in any way that feels instinctually spot on. Now from here, let's inhale our right leg up to the sky. And then exhale to bring it to the front of the mat. So right foot will come to the front. Now let's release our left knee down onto the ground. And then come up so your spine is nice and tall. Inhale those arms up to the sky. And then exhale, hands down, feeling free to place them on your leg. Just feeling a nice stretch in that left frontal hip. Inhale those hands up to the sky. And then let's twist to the right. So twisting to the right, your left hand will come to your right knee. And then feel free to wrap that arm around the side waist if it feels okay. Or just place it back on your leg. And then when you're here, try rolling that right shoulder open so that you're not sagging it down, but we're pulling it back. It's an active stretch. One more inhale to find some openness here. And then exhale to come forward and bring our hands to the ground. And from here, let's pull back, making that right leg straight. Feeling free to flex that foot. Bending that left leg and coming down to whatever degree feels good on that right leg. You'll feel a nice stretch in the back side. Let's inhale and bring our right foot flat once more, opening that chest. We'll turn this into a flow. And then exhale to round back in and pull back, making that right leg straight, bending the left knee. On the inhale, we'll come back up to that low lunge. And exhale. Inhaling once more. And exhaling. From here, let's bring our right foot flat and let's angle the toes toward the top left of your mat. And then we're going to pop up off of that left leg. Bend your right knee, flexing and extending the left leg so it's long. And then bringing those hands up if that feels okay, or feeling free to leave them down here. Just feeling a nice stretch in your hips. Feel free to take that left arm out over your left leg. Focusing that gaze over your fingertips, softening the eyes, and breathing through any tightness. One more inhale here. Exhale, hands down to the ground. We're going to come back into that kneeling lunge. So we'll pivot toward the front of our mat, straightening our legs so that they're facing forward. Back down into that lunge position. From here, let's bring our left foot up and in, grabbing it with your right fingertips, and then feeling a nice stretch in your left quad. Rotating your torso to the right. Inhale a little bit more to open, and then exhale to release that leg down. Hands will come flat to the ground, popping up onto that left leg, taking your right foot back so that you're in plank. Pausing here, and then slowly start to lean forward and slowly go down through your chaturanga, shaping those elbows along the sides of your waist. Inhaling for your cobra. And exhale to push yourself back up to downward facing dog. Taking a breath here and letting it go. Now let's inhale our left leg up to the sky. And exhale to pull it through to the front of the mat. Left foot is flat. Dropping that right knee down to the ground. Releasing the top of your right foot. And inhaling to bring those arms up to the sky. And exhale to let them fall on the left leg. Spine is nice and tall. Now let's inhale our arms up to the sky. And then twisting to the left, right hand will come to your left knee. Left arm can wrap around that waist. And then opening that left shoulder. Inhale to open a little bit more. And then exhale to come forward. Inhale, hands up to the sky. Exhale, bring them down to the ground. And let's pull back, making that left leg straight, bending your right knee, flexing that left foot, coming into the half splits on the other side. Now we'll turn this into a little flow. So on the inhale, we'll bring our left foot flat, chest will come up. And then exhale to pull that left leg straight, right knee bends. Inhale, opening and broadening those shoulders. Exhaling to melt in. 2 more times, inhale. And exhale. Last time, inhaling here and exhaling. So from here, we're going to take our right foot flat, pointing those toes towards the right upper corner of your mat. And we're going to come in to that nice stretch on the other side now. So your left knee is going to bend, right leg will be straight. Bringing those hands up if you feel comfortable doing that. And trying to find a nice long spine. And then if you're ready, right arm can go over the right leg. Taking one more inhale here. Let's exhale our hands down to the ground. This time we'll pivot toward the front of our mat once more. Left foot flat, right foot behind you. And then coming back to plank. So hands flat, pulling that left leg back so you're in a plank pose. From here, inhaling and then exhaling with strength as slow as you can down to the ground for your chaturanga. And then coming up to cobra. And then back to downward facing dog. Taking an inhale here. Either step or walk your feet to the front of your mat. Once you get here, let's inhale to come halfway up into that flat back. And then exhale to forward fold. Inhale to come all the way up. And exhale, hands through heart center. Inhale, hands up to the sky. And then falling forward into a forward fold. Inhaling to come halfway up. And then exhale to fall forward into forward fold. And from here, making sure that your feet are hip width apart. Let's grab, the left hand will grab behind the right ankle, bending that left knee, and then taking the right hand up to the sky. So finding a twist to the right. Inhale for a little bit more of an open stretch here. And then exhale that hand down. This time right hand behind your left foot, bending your right knee, and inhaling your left arm up to the sky. Inhale a little bit more and open up. And then exhale to release. Let's inhale to come halfway up. And then exhale to fall forward. Hands to the floor, stepping back to plank. And then down through your chaturanga, cobra or up dog, and then downward facing dog. From here, we're gonna drop our forearms down to the ground, and we're just gonna come into dolphin pose. So feeling free to interlace your fingers if that feels good, or you can always stay with your hands flat on the ground. It's a nice shoulder stretch. And now if you want a little bit more, you can join me in doing some dips. So we're gonna take our chin, pulling ourselves forward and coming down over those hands, and then pulling yourself back. So inhaling to come forward, dipping down, and exhaling to go back. Inhaling forward, exhale back. We'll go through 2 more. Inhale forward and down, exhaling back. 1 more time, inhale, dip down, and coming back. From there, let's come up into that downward facing dog. Inhale our right leg up to the sky. Exhale, bringing that knee to nose, and hold. Inhale the right leg back. This time, you're gonna take your knee to your left elbow for a twist. Inhale that foot back. Again, knee to nose. Holding here. Now bringing those right toes to the front of the mat. Coming up into crescent pose. Arms reach high. Bending that right knee. Tucking that pelvis so that you don't have a nice curve in your spine, but a nice tall straight spine instead. Now bringing your hands to your heart, we're going to bend forward, and let's start to bring the left toes off the mat and then coming up into airplane on the right leg. So flexing the left foot, that left pinky toe is going to aim down toward the mat. So you're not externally rotating that left leg. Maybe you have a bend in your right leg. And if you want to, you can bring those arms out to the side. You could do the traditional airplane with arms in front, or you can streamline it and bring them down by your side. So picking whatever feels good for you. Taking 1 more inhale there. On the exhale, let's slowly make our way to standing, leaving that left leg off the ground. Wiggling maybe, finding your balance. So left knee is going to stay in. And just hold it here. Bringing it in. And then exhale that left leg back down. And then from here, we're going to inhale our arms up to the sky. And exhale to fall forward. Inhale to come halfway up. Now exhale, stepping back through plank. And then coming through your vinyasa. And then finding downward facing dog. This time we inhale our left foot to the sky. Exhale, bringing that left knee to your nose, curving that spine. Inhale, left leg out once more. This time, bringing it to your right elbow. Inhale your left foot back. And then knee to nose once more. This time, taking that left foot to the top of your mat, finding crescent pose with the left foot in front. Inhale your arms to the sky. And then pause here. Making any adjustments. Now bringing our hands to a heart center again. We're going to come to airplane with our left leg holding us up. So starting to tilt forward and then walking that right foot in, and then pulling it up to the sky. Right leg is long, flexing that right foot, pinky toe pointing down. And then finding the variation of your hands that you want. Remembering you can keep a little bend in that left knee if you need to. Taking one more inhale here. Now exhale to bring that right leg up. Woo, so it doesn't touch the ground. Trying not to fall, but it's okay if you do. Bringing that right knee in. Let's just pull it up and in. Gotta practice it or we won't have it. And then releasing that right foot down. Inhale your hands up. And just bring them down to your heart center. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, arms up. And then down through the heart center 1 more time. Let's inhale our arms up to the sky. Nice deep cleansing breath. And exhale. Inhale, reaching up to the sky for upward salute, maybe bending back a little bit. Exhaling to fall forward. Inhaling to come halfway up. Exhale, hands to the ground, stepping back to plank and pausing here. From here, let's lift our right toes off the ground. Place them on top of your left foot. And let's just do 1 push-up here. So coming down halfway, making those elbows shave the ribs, and then coming back up, releasing that right foot down. Now pivoting both feet, rotating them so that their right foot is flat on the ground, stacking your feet, making sure that that right arm, right wrist is directly under your shoulder. Lifting your left hand up to the sky. And if you want to extend that left arm out in front of you, you can do that. If you want a little more, you can always lift that left leg up. Inhaling, and then let's release all that down slowly to the ground, coming back to plank. Pausing here, lifting our left foot up, placing it on the right. And then let's get 1 push-up here, just 1. Lowering down, slow and with control. Pushing it back up. Releasing those left toes down, pivoting and rotating onto the side of your left foot, stacking your right on top of your left. Left arm under your left shoulder, side plank on the other side. Making sure that we're not dipping down, but we're pulling up and engaging those abs. Inhale, extend that right arm forward if you want. Lifting that right leg up if you feel so inclined. 1 more inhale. Exhale, release that down to the ground. So right hand will come back to plank. Pause and inhale here. Now exhale to fall down to the ground. Inhale for a cobra. Exhale down to the ground. From here, let's take our right foot in, left foot in. So bending those knees, grabbing your wrists, ankles with your hands. Coming into bow pose. So inhaling to lift everything off the ground. Keeping those knees so they're tracking in. And opening that chest. One more inhale here. Exhale to release down. Now coming up to Sphinx pose, so making your forearms flat on the ground. Releasing the tops of your feet and inhaling, that chest open. Chin is neutral. Taking one more inhale here. Exhale to release, hands by your chest, and push yourself up to downward facing dog. Once you get here, let's inhale our right foot up to the sky, bending that right knee and opening the hip open to the side of our space. Inhaling a little bit more and opening, and then exhale that right foot down. Inhaling your left foot up to the sky, bending that left knee and opening to the left side of the space. Pushing down into those hands so those shoulders are not sagging down. Inhale a little bit more. Exhale down to the ground. Inhale here. Exhale, step or jump to the top of your mat. Inhaling to come halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands high to the sky. And exhale through center. From here, we're going to come to a straddle stretch. So opening those legs so they're about 3 feet apart. And then your arms will come out to the side. Inhale to look up. And then exhale to fall forward in between those legs. Let's take an inhale to come halfway up. And then exhale to fall forward. Just let your head release. Let the whole back side of your body release. And then coming to grab your left leg with your left hand and pulling yourself over there. Give this one more inhale. And then exhale to make your way to the right. So grabbing the right ankle with your right hand and pulling in. One more inhale here. Exhale to come back to center. From here, let's bring our hands to our hips. And let's inhale to come all the way up to standing. And then once we get here, let's bring our right toes out to point to the top of your mat. And then the left foot is going to have your toes come in a little bit. Legs will be straight. Arms will reach out. Inhale to come forward. And then exhale to find triangle. And if you want to extend that triangle, you can inhale to open that shoulder and then exhale that left arm to the front of the mat. And if you feel like you need even more than that today, you can take that right arm out to the front as well. So just finding what feels good to you. Inhale to bring that left hand back up to the sky. And then let's exhale to turn to the front. Hands will come to the floor. Let's walk in the back left leg so that our stance is a little bit shorter now. Bringing those toes to point to the upper left of your mat. So we're going to find pyramid here. So your hips are facing forward. Toes are pointing forward. Inhaling to come halfway up. And then exhale to fall down into that pyramid pose. And then from here, we're going to take our left fingertips down to the ground, and we're going to be twisting to the right. So left fingertips on the ground, and then you're going to take your right arm up to the sky, twisting to the right. So right arm is up, finding a nice twisting pyramid pose. Inhale to find a little bit more openness in that right shoulder. And then exhale, fingertips down to the ground. From here, let's start to bend our right knee. And then we're going to bring our fingertips so that they're out in front of your left foot, about a foot or a foot and a half. And we're going to come up to half moon. So your left leg is going to rise up off the ground. You're going to open your left arm to the sky. And then feel free to grab a block if you need to place it under your right hand so your chest is elevated a little bit. And then opening and then flexing the left foot. Just finding some balance on this right leg. Lengthening through that left leg will help you making it long and strong. Inhale one more time here to find some openness. Exhale the left hand down to the ground, staying with your left leg up in the sky. We'll come up into half splits. So left leg is up. To whatever degree feels good for you. Inhale one more time, and then exhale to release that left leg down. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, falling forward. Now inhale to come all the way up to upward salute. And exhale, hands down to heart center. From here, let's leave our left toes facing, actually, let's come to straddle stretch, facing the other way now. So hands to heart center. Inhale to sweep toes, arms out and open. Inhaling to look up. And exhale to fall forward. And now here we're going to inhale for the count of 4 to come halfway up. So inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1, and pausing. And then exhaling 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do that a few more times. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. Inhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing here, letting your head fall. It's just nice to get some of those slow movements in where we're not in a rush and we're not really in a challenge. So hands to hips, taking an inhale here. Let's exhale to bring ourselves all the way to standing. This time our left toes will point to the front of the mat, and then our right toes will come in just a little bit. Inhaling your arms out. And then exhaling, the left arm will pull out and fall down over the left leg, fighting triangle on the other side. Right arm reaches high to the sky. And then here, feel free again to inhale to open that arm, and exhale, extend it to the front of your mat. And if you want to get that double arm version of extended triangle, you can do that as well. You'll really be engaging those abs. Just making sure that you're barreling those ribs open to the ceiling instead of collapsing them into the ground. Inhaling one more time here. Now on the exhale, let's bring our hands to the ground, turning toward the front. This time we're going to make an adjustment with our right leg. We're going to be bringing it in a little bit, pointing those toes angled toward the top right of your mat. And then once you're set up there, let's inhale to find some extension. And then exhale down over that left leg. Pyramid on the other side. And now keeping your right fingertips by your left foot, we're going to inhale our left arm up to the sky. So opening to the left, twisting the pyramid. This is turned into a detoxing / balancing class. One more inhale to open. Exhaling left fingertips down to the ground. And now we're going to start bending our left knee to come into half moon on the other side. So bending that left knee and then pulling the right leg up and off the ground, opening that hip so that you're opening it to the side space. Left fingertips on the ground about 1.5 feet in front of you. And then once you're steady that left leg, right arm can go up to the sky, pushing that right heel back like you're going to kick the back wall, flexing the foot. That should help you stay up a little bit. Trying to maintain that nice, even breath, even through these balancing positions. And if you want to inhale that shoulder and exhale your right hand forward for a little bit more of a challenge, feel free to do that. Remembering if you fall, just smile and get back up. Inhale that right arm up to the sky. Exhale, bring it down to the ground, keeping the right leg lifted. Still on that left leg, so there's a little bit of strength involved. Inhale, right leg extends long. Our version of standing splits. Inhaling one more time here. And then exhale, releasing that right leg down to the ground. Thank goodness. Inhale to come halfway up. Exhale, let your head fall down to the ground. Pausing here, let's take our feet out to the outer edge of the mat. So angling the feet at 45-degree angles. We're going to come into Malasana, the yoga squat. Such a good hip opener. So opening those hips, having a seat, feeling free to use a block if you need to, under your tailbone, if you need to do that. So finding your variation, let's just close our eyes, making sure you have a nice long spine. Those arms can help assist in opening those hips. Let's take one more inhale here. And then bringing your hands behind you, we're just going to have a seat. So coming down to seated, we'll come into the nice part of class. So legs will extend in front of you. And so a variation of a forward fold. Let's lift our left leg up, place it over. So just cross your legs. And then inhale your arms up to the sky. And we're going to exhale the forward fold over those legs. It's okay to let our spine round because we're going to be here holding for a minute. Let's take one more inhale here. And then exhale to slowly make your way up to a straight spine. And then releasing those legs, let's do the other side. So right leg will cross over the left leg. And then inhale your hands up to the sky. And exhale to come over those legs. Now take a deep inhale here. And then on the exhale, just bring yourself slowly out of that one. And now let's bend our legs in and we're going to come to tabletop. And then once we get here, let's take our right leg up and around our left. And then snuggle those legs in. And then have a seat into that cow face position. And if this is too much, you can always lengthen that left leg so that it's straight out in front of you. And you're just in a half cow face pose. So finding that position, feeling free to use a block under your bottom if you need to. Speaking of our block, let's grab our block. And I'll come to face you. So bringing your block to the right. We're going to take our right elbow and place it on the block. We're going to lift our left arm up to the sky and just place it over our head and just resting your head into your right hand. Left arm will just come up. You should feel a nice stretch all along the side of the left side of the body. Let's take one more inhale here. And then exhale to slowly come back up, releasing those hands, moving the block off to the side. We'll transition to the other side. If you want to do that, we can bring our hands to the left. Start to push your feet so they're flat on the ground. Coming through straddle stretch and turning all the way around. And then pivoting to the other side. And if that doesn't work, always come back to that. You can always come right back to tabletop. This time our left leg goes up and over the right. So finding your feet position, feeling free to extend that right leg if this is too much. Taking our block now to the left side. We're going to place our left elbow on that block, hand in head. Hand in head? Yeah, I guess head in hand. And so leave it to me to say stuff like that. And then inhale your right hand up to the sky. And then just exhale it to rest somewhere on the back of your head. Just stretching the whole right side of your body. Get it while it's hot. We're only here for a minute. Taking one more inhale here. let's slowly begin to release those hands and then take your block and move it away because we're done with that for the class. And now we're going to lie on our back, so bringing the feet to the top of your mat and then lying down onto your back. Once you get here, let's bring our right leg in, flexing that right foot and bringing it over the top of your left leg. And then we're going to thread our hands through our legs and grab the left leg, either left hamstring or grabbing those shins if that feels comfortable. Just a nice reclining pigeon, flexing both feet. And then gently pulling till you feel that tension in those hips. One more inhale to pull in here. And then on the exhale, release that left leg down, but keep the right leg where it is. And then start to cross that right leg over the left. So we're crossing our legs. And now we're going to twist our legs to the left. So your left hand can come on top of that right leg if that feels okay. Feeling free to bring a block under your knees if you need to. And then you can cactus those arms out to the side, or you can just extend the right arm out. And then gazing to the right, just getting a nice spinal twist. Just soaking up every last minute of our yoga practice as we come to the end. Taking one last inhale here. Let's exhale to slowly bring those legs back to the center, untwisting your legs. This time, right foot can come flat on the ground and your left leg is going to flex that left foot and then bring that left foot to rest on top of your right leg. When you're ready, pull that right leg off the ground, thread those hands through and grab whatever is accessible to you, flexing both feet. And then stretching into that left hip. Maybe closing your eyes. Anytime you can close your eyes in yoga, it's good. It's a good thing to do. Now inhale to pull in a little bit more. Exhale to release that right foot down to the ground, keeping your left crossed. And now cross that left leg over the right. And we're going to twist to the right. So legs will fall to the right. Right hand can assist the left leg. And then taking that left arm out or cactusing it just wherever is comfortable. Gaze is out to the left. Take one last inhale here. Exhale to bring those knees back in, unravel those legs. Let's pull those knees in, maybe rock them back and forth a few times to release the lower back. Now on an inhale, let's come up and squeeze everything in. Give yourself a big hug. And then exhale to release everything down to the ground. This is where we're going to get light and soft coming into your Shavasana, the last pose of the class. So legs open, toes will point down and open out, palms facing the sky, relaxing those hands, softening the shoulders. And just see how deep you can melt into this last pose of the class, becoming weightless and light. And allow yourself these last few minutes of just total silence to drift off. So as you're ready, just slowly bringing your body back to the sensation of being held by the ground. And then officially we'll say we're done with class today. So thank you for your practice.